What's up, YouTube? Check This Gadget here, coming to you with a video of should you get the Galaxy Z Fold 4? Should you upgrade if you have a previous Galaxy Fold 4? And I'm here speaking for the people that still have the original. If you have the original, should you upgrade? And I say yes. It is finally time to upgrade. If you've watched my channel, or you can go back and look at my other videos, when the Fold 2 came out, I had it. When the Fold 3 came out, I had it, but I ended up returning those and keeping this one. You might ask why. Well, the reason I returned those and kept this one is because I love the form factor on here. It's very light. When the Fold 2 came out, as gorgeous as it was, and it was gorgeous because the screen was bigger, everything was bigger, it was a heavier phone. And so this is already a foldable phone, so you know it's already going to be heavier than your typical phone device. But those phones were heavier, and I didn't want to. It was heavier, it was thicker. I just didn't want to carry around that bulk. And I just love this form factor. It's just so sleek. Like, it's very sleek, and light, and I just love that. I never did really care that the screen was so small on the front because I never used the front screen. Only thing I used this phone for, mostly the heavy use, and turn into my YouTube phone, and that's what I used it for. So, you know, having the inside notch here, you know, that didn't really bother me. I got used to it, didn't bother me, and I ended up, you know, just keeping this phone and sending back the Fold 2 and the Fold 4. But now, I'm sorry, the Fold 2 and the Fold 3. But now, I have the Fold 4. As you can see in my previous video where I did the unboxing, in which everything I got with it. I got a free Watch Active 5, the new smart Samsung watch. I got the case. You see the case here with the kickstand, which comes in handy. This kickstand is a little, the angle is a little low, but sometimes I can bend it and it'll stay whole. I don't watch it like this. I'll watch it with it open, of course. And it also came with the S Pen, which is great. When the Fold 3 came out, which is when they introduced the S Pen capability, they did not include the pen. This time they did include, well, they offered a free case which came with the pen. So in my sense, that's including the pen, which is great. What else did I get? I mean, I got some free earbuds, and I think that was everything. So I was pretty happy with my overall package. I'm doing 2 trade-ins. I'm trading this phone in. That's the other reason they gave me $925 for this phone. That was before pre-order. That was with pre-orders. Now this one went down to $900. I'm also trading my iPhone 13 Pro Max for $720. I think that went down to $700 after pre-orders. The last time I checked was just like a couple days ago. But basically, with my 2 trade-ins, I'm getting $1645. I end up paying like $160 something. That was with tax out of pocket. So I'm pleased with that. Because I wasn't going to use the Pro Max. Pro Max was too heavy for me, so I went back to the 6.1 inch size. And yeah, as hard as it is, and I still love this phone, I'm going to finally let it go because this is gorgeous. It's beautiful. But the interior screen since the Fold 2 has been gorgeous because that's when they did the big, you know, they did the big change. You know, they got rid of the notch here and they expanded it so it looks a little bigger and it's way flatter. I don't know if you can tell here on camera, but I have a little bit of a bend, a little bit of a crease in the screen. Y'all know you said it's a foldable phone, but like it's not as flat. So here you can see just on camera how they made it a little wider as far as the screen. I think it's still about the same height. I don't have the exact specs, but you know, they did increase the screen, but that started with the Fold 2. Now what they did do on this one is they've slowly been increasing this screen out here. And now I feel like this external screen is actually useful. Even on the Fold 2, of course, anything is useful compared to how small this screen was. So like, you know, that's, you know, big difference. But even on the Fold 2, they had made this screen, you know, take up the whole thing. But it was so narrow that it just didn't make sense. Let me see, get the keyboard up here. Let's get some keyboards so we can see. So you can see a big difference right there in the keyboard. Of course, I don't have the Fold 2 to compare to, but they made the screen like this on the Fold 2, but it was so narrow. It was so narrow. And then I think I can't remember on the Fold 3 if they increased it or not. I think they, I can't remember. But I do know now they did something with the bezel, so this screen is a little bigger than usual. And it's, you know, it's actually fairly close enough now, in my opinion, to my Samsung, the S22 6.1 inch. Let me just try to get the keyboard up on here. Let's see here. So, hold on. It's fairly, as far as, like, it's not the same. Of course, the keys are a little bigger because this is still a little wider. But let's just look at this. Like, let me see. Maybe I'll show it like this. So it's almost as wide. Of course, the S22 the screen is a little wider, just by like a little bit. Maybe. I don't know if you can really tell because I got this case on, but the S22 screen is a little wider, and then there's the height difference in that. But my overall point is the screen, I feel now on the front of the Fold is finally like truly usable, in my opinion. For the previous models, it hasn't been as usable, but now I feel like it is truly usable in this case. So if you are one of the people that have an original Fold and you're asking, is it time to upgrade? I say yes, now is the time to upgrade for a few reasons. For one, at this point, you know, we're on the 4th generation. So in my opinion, I know some people like to hold their phone forever, but after about 2-3 years, after about 3 years, I would like to move off of a product. The only items I hold really long are my iPads. I hold those for years. And my computers, of course, but like my iPads, tablets, I hold those for years. And my phones, I don't really hold that long. The phone I've been holding on to longest right now is the Note 20 Ultra, just because I love it, and I wasn't, and I did a video on that too if you're curious. The S22 Ultra was just too thick for me. I just wasn't impressed. It was a little smaller than the Note 20 Ultra. So I'm still holding on to my Note 20 Ultra. That's probably the phone will be holding on to for the longest until I feel like Samsung comes out with something that gives me the same exact satisfaction and not adding extra weight and, you know, decreasing screen size and all that other stuff. But and then this phone, I held on to this for a couple years because, like I said, I got this phone when the Fold 2 came out. Is when I actually bought this phone. I bought it used. The guy that sold it to me had everything. He had the original box. He had the earbuds, brand new, never used. Like, he had the full package. So in the little case, I was able to get, even though I didn't buy it, I was able to get the full experience because he had everything. And I bought it exactly a year after the Fold 2 came out. As you can go back in my videos and you will see all of that. And so I've been keeping it. So I've had this phone for a few years. So I will definitely hold on to the Fold 4 for a while. Just because, like I said, it's primarily going to be my YouTube device. I'm going to try to utilize it a little bit more now. I have a screen on the front that's more usable, and the screen is bigger, so I plan to use it more than just a YouTube device like I was using my first one. But yeah, I think if you have the Fold original, now is the time to upgrade. Like I said, it's been 3 years, 3 generations. So I'm of the mindset it's time to move off before you get stuck with too old of technology. As we know, technology is an ever-changing thing. I'm not sure how many years Samsung does their software updates for phones for. I know with Apple it's like a good 5 years. And considering Samsung always likes to like copy everything that Apple does for some reason. I don't know why. They don't need to, but they probably have 5 years too. So you probably have still a couple more years of software updates. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm still of the mindset of when it comes to phones, moving off, if you're going to keep it, I say 3 years. Maybe even 4. About 4 years, I say go ahead and move off the old technology and move into something new. But yeah, if you have the Fold 2, I can definitely see you upgrading also, especially if you was a person that had the Fold 2 and you use your front screen a lot or want to use your front screen more. this extra real estate of it being a little wider and not as cramped and narrow. You'll probably definitely enjoy that. The Fold 3, I can't remember. I feel like they did widen the screen. They did something on the front of the screen for the Fold 3. So this might not be as big of an adjustment coming from the Fold 3. So I'm just going to say, if you have a Fold 1, definitely 100% time to upgrade. If you have a Fold 2, I'll also say definitely, because you know your Fold 2 doesn't have that S Pen capability. At least with the Fold 3, they have the S Pen capability. So I would say Fold 1 and Fold 2 owners, now is the time to upgrade, especially if you're a Fold 1 owner. The other thing that I didn't have a problem upgrading is they took off some of the weight. So even though I got this case on here and it still, you know, it looks bulky and everything, it's not as heavy. They took off some of that weight from how heavy the Fold 2 was and whatnot. So overall, I think I'm going to be pretty happy with my purchase. I've been using it here and there. I don't know. I don't go like super hard with my products in the return periods. And it's always been like this. It's like I always wait till after return period where I finally feel the need to like use it a lot. But you know, just have to hope nothing's wrong with it. But I've been using it. I already knew I was gonna like it instantly. So we definitely are packing it. Well, I'm about to reset the original Fold so I can send it in. And yeah, so if you get the Fold, make sure you try to order on Samsung. They give awesome deals. With the holidays coming up, they'll probably get more awesome deals. Like I ran off all the stuff I got, so make sure you try to get as much as that. Make sure you try to do it when they're giving a storage upgrade. 512, still got my original 512. I didn't lose out on compromising on that, because at the time they were doing the storage upgrade. So I still have 512 on the newer phone, just like I did on the original. So yeah, I would just say if you are on that Samsung around the holidays when they give, you know, good deals, try to make sure you get as much for your trade-in credit as possible when they're doing the enhanced. Things to look out for when they're doing the enhanced trade-in credit, when they're doing the free storage upgrade. And when anytime they're offering like free credit, that's always good. Of course, I say you get great deals pre-order, but don't let that deter you. They do give great deals after pre-orders, especially around holidays. So if you're looking into it, if you're interested, go ahead and get it. Subscribe if you haven't already for more footage of the Fold 4. Till next time, later.